everyone, welcome back to the Dancing Italian Urban Farm. I know it's been a while since we posted a video. I apologize for that. Life. So I'm going to say life. But today we're talking fall garden. Yes, I realize it's the middle of July. Actually, more towards the beginning of July. Today's July the 6th. But yeah, I am thinking about my fall garden and what I want to grow for the fall and into the fall, and maybe even kind of push it into the winter as far as I can. And the lighting over here is terrible, and I apologize. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I thought today I would just kind of show you what I'm planning on planting in my fall garden, what I'm starting today, and how I'm going to be starting those seeds. So the first thing that well, not the first thing, but one of the things that I will definitely be planting for my fall garden is peas. And I actually have several different varieties of peas that I am going to be doing. I'm going to be doing the little marvel pea, and this is just some seeds that I got at, gosh, I want to say Home Depot maybe. Couple years ago, but I'm going to be doing some of those, and then I'm going to be doing the Sugar Daddy peas. I got these from Baker Creek, and I'm also going to be doing the Kelvedon Wander pea, which I also got from Baker Creek. So those for sure. I'm going to direct sow those. And these first ones that I'm showing you, I'm going to direct sow them later on, probably towards August. I have it all written down. I have it all planned out. I'm also going to be direct sowing this mescaline mix. I just got this at the Home Depot. They didn't have very many seeds left, but every time I go somewhere I like to look at the seeds. And I mean, they were only like, this pack did not cost me $2.49. I think it cost me 50 cents, honestly, because they had already taken their seed display down. Anyway, I'm also going to be doing some more of this Merlot lettuce. I planted this for the spring garden and harvested it until just a few days ago. I went ahead and picked the last of it, and it was so good. I really enjoyed this Merlot lettuce, so I'm going to be planting some more of that. I'm going to be doing some more Swiss chard. My Swiss chard that I planted in the spring did not do well at all. So I'm going to be trying again in the fall. We have amended our bed, so I'm hoping that bringing in better soil will help. I'm also going to be doing some of this Palco hybrid spinach, which again, I got this at the Home Depot. I also have this Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. This is some seed I've had for a couple of years. And I'm sharing all of this with you, like where I got my seeds, to let you know you don't have to order from a fancy place. If all you can do is go to your dollar store and get seeds, then go to your dollar store and get seeds. Or go to your big box store and get seeds. If that's what's in your budget and that is what works for you, then do that, because, I mean, you're going to grow it in the conditions you want to grow it in. So, my 2 cents anyway. I'm also going to be planting some of this New Zealand spinach. I tried doing this in the spring, and it just never really came up. It just didn't do well, so I'm hoping that it will do better in the fall. And the last thing, or not last one in this pile, kind of my greens and lettuces that I'm going to be direct sowing is this red Malabar spinach. Now, I planted some of this in the spring. It came up. It did beautifully, actually. In fact, I just ripped the plant out because I need that garden space for something else. But my husband really liked it. I didn't care for it all that much, but my husband liked it. The leaves got real big, and he said it was the perfect size to put on a hamburger. So he enjoyed it. So I'm going to do a couple of those for him. I'm also going to be direct sowing some of these Danvers 126 half-long carrots. I do want to order some more carrot seeds to do maybe one other variety of carrot. But these did really well, and well, not really well. These did decent in our garden, and we got several carrots from the spring garden. I also want to do the Ruby Queen beets, as well as the golden beets. Now, all of those were from Baker Creek. I ordered those from Baker Creek. My beets, my spring beets, did not do well. I think I waited too late to plant them. This is only really our second growing season, so I'm still learning a lot, and I'm learning when to plant things, when to start things, and all that kind of stuff. So you're learning right along with me. Now the things I'm going to be things I'm going to be starting today is I'm going to do some of this Russian red or ragged jack kale, which came from Baker Creek. It was my free seed packet. I'm going to be doing some scarlet kale, also from Baker Creek. I'm going to be doing some blue curled Scotch kale, also from Baker Creek. Some Coeur de Vue cabbage from Baker Creek. This is a small little cabbage. I figured that would be perfect size for us. Some Tête Noire cabbage. Again, it's a smaller cabbage head. So, yeah, I figured that would, and I love red cabbage. I love red cabbage more than I love green cabbage. I'm also going to be doing a couple of New England sugar pie pumpkins. I know it says squash in there, but these are pumpkins. All pumpkins are squash. And then I'm also going to be doing some Waltham 29 broccoli. And all these seeds came from Baker Creek. So I am going to rearrange the camera a little bit and show you what I'm going to be working with today, and go ahead and get started with the planting. Let's squat down here so high you can see my face. The first thing is down here on the floor I have my bag of potting mix that I am going to be using. I also have some of these 6-cell containers that we got when we bought something. Tomatoes, maybe? That sounds right. I think tomatoes. Watermelon? I don't remember. But anyway, they have been washed so that I can use them for new seeds. I also have these. These are actually aluminum baking trays or roasting trays that I will be using to, once I start, I'm going to put them in here like so, and then I will cover the entire tray with cling wrap after spritzing them with water. Yeah, to kind of get that greenhouse effect going on for the seeds to start. Now, I only have 2 of these, so I sent my husband to the store to get more pots, and I was thinking he would come back with more of these. And what he came back with was these biodegradable ones. I have never used these before. I'm going to give them a try. They do have 10 cells in them each, so they look like this. And they look like this. I think these are about 1 inch, but I think these are maybe 2 inches. So, I don't know how many of these I can fit. Oh no, they don't want to come apart. I don't want to break them. But goodness, these don't want to come apart. Anyway, my husband went to the hardware store, because it's the closest store to us that carries gardening supplies, and we were on a time crunch, and this is what they had. So sometimes you just got to use what's available to you or what you have. I also had these little pots, and it doesn't say how big they are. They look like they may be maybe 3-inch pots. Yeah, I think these are 3-inch pots. Let's get planting. Okay, I think I'm going to start with these since they're already in here. my blue curled Scotch kale. I have my scarlet kale. I have my Ragged Jack kale. And then I have one row of the Tete Noir and one row of the Coeur de Boeuf cabbage over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spray bottle and I'm going to spray the tops of these real well so they get not sopping wet, but you definitely want them to be nice and moist. And I don't have any markers of any kind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some cling wrap and put this over the tray, like so. And I've seen people do this with like old egg cartons that they're reusing or recycling. You know, sometimes you can get those living lettuces in those plastic clamshell containers. I've seen people start seeds in those. You can use a red Solo cup. We've used those plastic bathroom cups. We've used these paper Dixie cups. I think you have to use what is, one, available to you, two, what you can afford, and three, sometimes it's just what you have on hand to get food on the table. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that you have to have the fanciest setup with the fanciest equipment and all that stuff. Now I'm going to take you into our bonus room and I'm going to show you our setup. But this setup is new to us. It's something that we've just recently started here. And when I say just recently, I mean like literally. Some of this my husband just went out and got, like, maybe a week or so ago. I'm not even kidding. And I know you can't see my face. But, oh gosh. I hate cling wrap because of this. It always never wants to do what I want it to do. But you get the idea. You want to cover your tray like so. And then this will basically create like a greenhouse. So I'm going to go find something I can label these with, and I will be right back, and we're going to plant some pumpkins and some broccoli. So round two, I'm actually going to put these in here. Now these are some seeds that my husband started. Did I ask him what they are? I don't know, and he didn't label them. So, but he's got 4 cups here, so whatever it is, he's got 4 of them. I'm just going to kind of put them over here in a corner. I did find some pastel kind of washi tape and a Sharpie marker for me to label, and now I am going to do some pumpkin and some broccoli. Now we're going to go look at our seed starting setup. Okay, this is going to be kind of bright, but here's our seed starting setup. right here. It's just a wire metal shelf my husband got at Home Depot. He zip tied a power strip. So the power strip is plugged into the wall. The fan and all the lights are plugged in to the power strip. So I literally only touch one button and it turns everything on or off. We do have a fan. This is just a fan that we had from our apartment. It was actually in our daughter's room to help keep our daughter's room cool. But now we use it for this. And then we have some grow lights that we got. These kind right here we got at the Home Depot. And then that one up there that's not on, we got at Walmart. And that one's not on because these are all just, they haven't sprouted yet. So they're, in fact, most of these I just planted today. So here's all of the kale and cabbage, broccoli and pumpkin, and then whatever mystery seed my husband planted. I have no idea. Here, and then down here on this shelf, you can see we have plantises. These are cucumbers. I believe these are Chicago pickling cucumbers. Yes, these are Chicago pickling cucumbers. And we have them at all varying different stages of development. We also have some huckleberries growing. This back here is also a huckleberry. He's quite big, and so is he. But we have some huckleberries. And that's all we have in here right now is huckleberries and Chicago pickling cucumbers. So, yay. In fact, these are this one and this one. I think and possibly this one back here. You can't see. I may start hardening them off to be planted. Now down here's a little bit of a travesty story. It's my San Marzano Lungo No. 2 tomatoes. And some of them seem to be doing all right, but they're all yellow. And I don't know why. Like this one's just dead. This one just died completely. I'm going to take him out. But, I mean, I don't know what's causing this. Am I overwatering them? I have stopped watering. I was watering them from the bottom. That's why I like these deep trays, because I could just water from the bottom. So I was wondering if I was just overwatering them and they just got too much water. So they did this. And so I've stopped watering them. I'm going to let them dry out a little bit because, I mean, the top of the soil is wet. I don't know. I think I overwatered them. I think that was the problem. I think I just overwatered these. So I'm not going to water them for a while, see if they perk back up. But yeah, that is that. But these are doing really, really well. And these still have water in the tray. There's still water in there. But they seem to be doing fine. I don't know. We'll see. And then out here, hardening off, are our early fortune cucumbers. And some of them have actually started to tendril. As you can see, if you can see. I actually gave 2 of these away this morning to some neighbors of ours. She said none of her cucumbers took off. So I was like, please take some because I have a ton. And yeah, I don't need any more. But keeping them on this old baking tray, I probably need to dump this water out. But these are going to be planted later this week. But there's 10 plants there. Well, actually, there's 11 because there's a new guy there. But yeah, these will go in the garden. Come on back and I'll show you where. And as you just saw with those cucumbers as we walk into the back garden, we just used not old, but recycled pots from plant starts that we had bought at the store, as well as plastic bathroom cups that we had on hand. We just put holes in the bottom of them. But we're in the back garden. Let me show you what we got. This is the back garden, and I know it's been a while, but yeah, we have some cucumbers already. These were some burpless hybrid, I believe is what they're called. Yes, burpless hybrid cucumbers that we just bought as starts. So there's I don't even remember how many plants there are. 4 or 5 plants here. But it looks like a little jungle of cucumbers. And we've already harvested 3 cucumbers. 2 of them I pickled. 1 of them's in the refrigerator. And we've got about 6 more that'll be coming up ready here soon. But what I'm going to do with those out there is I'm going to put 1 right there between those beans, the pole beans and the lima bean. I'm going to put 2 right there, and I'm going to put 1 right here. So that'll be 4. And then if we come down past the green bean patch and the tomato jungle, we have cleared out this end of the bed of everything. And what I'm going to do is on this side of this trellis here, I'm going to plant 6 of the other 6 of those cucumbers. So we'll have the 10 cucumbers out here. Now, as for the Chicago pickling cucumbers that we have inside, I'm not sure where I'm going to put those yet. I know I have a couple that are getting ready to come out, so I may give a couple of my early fortune cucumbers away so I have room to put some of the Chicago pickling out here, so that I can get those going in the garden. Oh, he flew away. I was going to show you the dragonfly. He's really cool looking, but he flew away. Anyway, here are my hot burrito peppers. Oh man, this one got ate on. Look at that. Got ate on and pooped in. Are any of the other ones like that? Let me check them. I got this one that's maybe the only one. May need to come out here and spray some neem oil because this plant is loaded with peppers. This one's got a couple of peppers on it, and then some more coming in down here. My sweet peppers, I've got 1 on this plant and 1 on this plant, and that's it. And they never got any bigger than this, and now they're just getting eaten by bugs. And then my Mad Hatter, which are kind of, they're not a sweet, but they're really not a hot, they're kind of in between. They have just taken off like gangbusters, but they've never produced any fruit. They flowered. They've gotten these little baby peppers on them, but they've never fruited. Oh, here we go. Let me pull these trees out. Good grief. Does anybody else have a problem with trees coming up in their garden? It's irritating, but whatever. Here's one that seems to be coming up right here. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. My tomatoes are doing amazingly well. So I have the German Johnson here, and it fruited. This was given to me. These 2 plants were given to me. Oh, this one's fruited too. Awesome. Purple Cherokee. Cherokee, Cherokee. These are Creoles over here. We've already harvested some of these. These are massive. Jeez Louise, they're so big. Probably because of the rain. Oh man. See, this is what I look for. I come out to the garden and I look for this kind of damage, and I just pick those. And I go ahead and just throw them in the compost pile. I saw another one around on the other side. More Creoles coming in here. Here's our compost pile. Okay, back here, these are Castelluto Florentino. We actually have one that's ripening right here. We have some cherry tomatoes. We actually planted for our daughter, but she doesn't like them. So now my husband has a bunch of cherry tomatoes that he needs to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that tomato. Can you see it down there? See, it got damaged. I'm gonna have to get in there and get it. Do that in a minute. And then we have my Roma tomatoes. I planted a couple of San Marzanos, but I don't think they took at all. But I have some Romas. These are doing amazingly well. Look at all of this fruit. And like I said, I check them for pest damage to see, but none of them have started to flush yet. That's okay. And then I noticed this is a big boy right here. I think that's what it's called. What the heck is this called? Beefsteak. I'm sorry, it's a beefsteak. Not a big boy, it's a beefsteak. Beefsteak tomatoes coming in. There's one around here on this side as well. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh, and there's some. There's lots of them. Okay, so we're gonna have some beefsteaks too. Awesome. And then our beans are doing really well. Marigolds are doing well. Everything seems to be doing well right now. So I guess my message for this video, I know it's been long, I apologize, is start where you are with what you have. And just start. Don't try to wait until you have the perfect setup, or you have the perfect equipment, or you have the best quality seeds that money can buy. Start where you are with what you have and with what you can afford, and just go from there. Because I guarantee you, you will succeed. Plant something, grow it, grow some food, cook it, feed it to your family. That's all any of us can do at this point, right? I mean, that's all what we're striving to do, is to grow food to feed our families, and maybe one day be able to share with others. You don't have to start off on a grand scale. You can start off with a small 4 by 6 foot garden or garden bed in your backyard and plant a couple of tomatoes and some bush beans or some carrots or whatever. Plant what you eat, plant what your family loves, grow it and feed it to your family, and do the best that you can. Not everybody lives on 100 acres of land and can farm it and feed a nation. Sometimes all we can do is feed our families and our neighbors. Sometimes all we can do is feed our families. And that's okay. That is okay. Start where you are with what you have and move forward from there. I guarantee you, once you get started, things will start lining up. I promise they will. It may take a while. Loud truck. It may take a while. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Like I said, we're only in our growing season 2, our second growing season, and we have done a lot. We didn't think we would be here this year. We really didn't, but we got a couple of windfalls, and we were able to get some things started that we didn't think we were going to get started right now, that we thought were going to be 2-3 years away. But we were able to do it, so just get started. You will succeed. Alright guys, thanks for coming along with me as I can't speak. Thank you for coming along with me today as I get ready for our fall garden and bask in the bounty of the summer garden, the wonderful bounty that the good Lord and nature has provided for us, and we will definitely be thankful for and grateful for and utilize to the best of our abilities. And I will see y'all next time.